Hi, my name is Chris Strollo. I'm a production sound mixer based here in Pittsburgh. I'm with our IATSE Local 489. I work feature films and episodic television and music, and I'm doing a workshop today to help train new sound utility people and boom operators to work in our local. They will say, okay, we need 10 seconds of room tone for this one.
My name is Sophia.
My name is Harley.
Hi, my name is Lou. My name is Jenny Booker.
My name is Alex Vogelsong.
My name is Neil Schau.
And I'm learning how to be a sound utility.
A sound utility is sort of entry-level position, somebody who can help manage the equipment, set equipment up, make sure everyone's ducks are in a row in the sound department, so to say.
Someone who helps the sound recordist make sure there's no obnoxious noises in the way and just helps maintain a quiet set.
Wiring microphones and turning off possible interference, and just supports the boom operator and mixer.
We really want to make sure that the actors are heard clearly and that the sounds that we're picking up are audible and that there's no interference and everything is crisp and clear and professional sounding.
Hi, I'm James. I am a sound utility by profession, and I am here helping Chris with his teaching. In particular, I'll be running the wiring tutorial for the class.
Working on sets has always interested me, specifically working behind the scenes on sets. You know, you're watching like SNL, like Conan O'Brien or David Letterman. You would always get shots of the crew, and that just looked like the kind of life I wanted to live. So I started pursuing education in film and working behind the scenes and stuff.
I took audio production with Max Glider at the University of Pittsburgh, and I just fell in love with the department. I fell in love with just capturing sound, and sound makes up 50% of a film. Even though it's so invisible, it's not thought of as much, it's such an important part of making a film. So I just love being a part of that. I love learning more about this field.
I went to school at California University of Pennsylvania as CMT, Commercial Music Technology. I've kind of branched away from it by doing more carpentry, so I'd like to get back into the technological side of it and get back into sound mixing.
When I went to college, I was a painter, I was a studio arts major, and I had an interest in music, and I combined the two of them, found that if I wanted to make films, sound was one of the things I had to learn how to do. Other students who were making films needed someone to do sound for them. My first projects were other people's student films. It was the natural crew position for me when I started to work professionally because I had that experience, and that's how it came together.
Vocab, honestly, I'm jotting notes the whole time.
A lot of the functions of the other positions that I would be working with as a sound utility, such as script supervisor, dealing with, managing the script as well as the continuity of the production.
The wardrobe and the sound, I found I have to work a lot together. They have to place the mics in the right way.
I didn't realize there were so many different departments within IATSE 489. I only knew of the ones that were relevant to me, but there's so many different avenues and different umbrellas that you can get into.
We just did a scene with them. They executed it beautifully, and I'm very happy with it.
The best sound people are good listeners, people who have the ability to take the time, discover where your problems are going to be, and also to understand what the goal is, capturing a performance, a good performance from an actor. You have to be able to sense the way people talk, understand their dynamics, and understand how you're going to capture that.
My dream job currently is to be a sound mixer, a sound recordist on a film set.
Mostly anything that would get me on a set and making a living off of, but in college and school I kind of had the opportunity to start being the go-to sound person simply because nobody else really wanted to do it. So nobody else wanted to do boom, no one else wanted to do mixing.
I'd absolutely love to be an editor and a sound editor for big indie films, and then ultimately my own independent projects too.
That's difficult because I love everything. Since I work with 49 and IATSE 3, if I can do it all, I would.
Mixing for these productions would be the dream job. They tell me there aren't many of them doing it, so it seems far-fetched, but I would be thrilled to do that.
As a musician, I'm interested in composition. I've always, as like a cartoon fanatic, I've always been very interested in Foley work. I love sound effects. I hyperactively create them quite often, so it'd be cool to get paid to do that. That'd be a dream gig.
But honestly, being a sound utility just sounds so much fun. Being a boom operator sounds like so much fun. Being in that environment is my dream.
Be early, that is just a good advice.
Try to get yourself on a film set and watch professional sound recordists and boom operators and sound utility people doing what they do, because there's no better example than watching the professionals do it. And you'll start to learn what it takes to make it happen, and you'll decide, whether it's really right for you or not.